Good morning and welcome to Metaphysics. Today we're going to learn about your superpower, which is imagination. Have you ever thought of your imagination as your superpower? If so, that is good and it is incredible. And today we're going to explore this topic in great detail, and I am channeling I am. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, sit in a nice, comfortable position if you choose to close your eyes and breathe deeply and come into a full, state of awareness so that you can clearly understand and comprehend and absorb what I am saying. Okay, what I am is saying. Thank you. So your imagination is your superpower, and this superpower is most of the time misused by humanity, and the people that know the power of this superpower are using it to create incredible, success and creativity, arts, science, and so on in their lives. So the top 2% of high performers are using imagination every single minute of every single day. In fact, all the 98% of the people that are misusing or do not know the power of imagination are also using it 100% of the time, but they're just not aware of it. Okay, and my goal of metaphysics and the entire effort is to bring your awareness to all your superpowers. Okay, and you and God are one. The most important universal law that you need to remember is you and God are one. There is no separation. Okay, and when you know that in the beginning of before time the universe existed, God is the pure energy. You can call it consciousness, you can call it God, you can call it I am, you can call it energy. It does not matter what you call it, it is all that is. Okay, I like to call it infinite intelligence or infinite creation or infinite wisdom or infinite energy, because the infinite is everything included in it. Okay, so, or you can simply call it I am, because I am is the self definition or the name of God. So, why is imagine your imagination your superpower? The reason your imagination is your superpower because it is one of the greatest gifts from God to you. Okay, and let me put it differently. You and God are one. So when you are imagining, God is imagining, and the entire universe, the entire cosmos, every single thing. Imagine, if you are creating Earth, what are all the things you need to create, right? Imagine you have to create the planet, you have to create all the physical laws, you have to create all life on it. Animals, birds, fishes, animals, yeah, insects, the entire planet, the all the different layers inside a planet, the magnetosphere that protects our planet from the sun and other radiation in the universe and cosmos. And all of these are created from imagination. The entire cosmos is created from imagination. God, in a pure energy state, imagine what are all the things that could possibly be created using imagination. Okay, imagination is the superpower of your mind. Okay, and your mind is a one-third energy that is created by your consciousness, in your human state. So your imagination is God's imagination. And when you say, I am imagining, let's say, a beautiful flower, a rose, You can feel the rose, the petals, the beautiful aroma that is coming out of it. You can sense it. Even though you don't have a rose in your hand, you can sense it with your eyes. You can visualize it in red color, pink color, white color. Your imagination is totally unlimited, infinite, and free. Hmm. If I say to you, can you imagine yourself wherever you are in the world, that you're sitting on a beautiful beach, seeing the beautiful sunset? You can imagine it instantly. The reason you can imagine it instantly is because you and God are one. So when you are invoking the imagination in your mind, it's instantaneous, tapping into the God's infinite imagination and creating from that imagination an image that you like to perceive or observe in your mind, and it's already there. And the reason it is already there, because when God created the universe, God's creation is complete. God created all possibilities. So whatever you can imagine, whatever you have not imagined, but you may imagine in the future, whatever you imagined in the past, and whatever you experience from your imagination, and whatever you are yet to experience from your imagination has already been created. It's another way of saying in the quantum field or the infinite possibilities, all imaginings, all creation has already been complete. You can be rest assured that whatever you imagine, God has already created. That gives you so much peace. That gives you so much joy. That gives you so much bliss. Whatever you imagine, God has already created it. And that means you have already received the gift. Isn't it amazing? Even before we ask, God has already answered. Isn't it amazing that the infinite creator already imagined all the things that we wish, all the things we desire, all the things we need, all the things we love, all the things we imagine, and already created and just waiting for us to imagine it, then feel it. So it registers the energy frequency in your being of that particular state of being where you can materialize it. So the light or the infinite, creator then creates that particular imagination in physical reality in your life now. It's incredible. It is incredible. And that is merely stated in the first law. The first law is that you can be, do, and have anything you can imagine. Okay? Whatever you can imagine, it is unlimited. Your imagination is your superpower. And this law can only come from an infinite creator who has already imagined every possibility of every human being, of every life on every planet on the entire cosmos, and all life, all beings, all sentient beings, all animals, all plants, all birds, all fishes, and imagined all of their imaginings, all of their feelings, and already created. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful knowing? Isn't that incredible understanding of the structure of the universe? And when I say structure of the universe, I mean you. You are the structure of the universe. I mean, you are the structure through which God created the entire cosmos. And if you think about it, right, you cannot exist outside of God's imagination because you are actually a being called I am, which is the infinite, imagining itself to be you. If you call yourself Charlie or John or Jane or Tim or Tom or Chan or Ram or whatever, all of these are the infinite imagining itself as these characters. The I am is the consciousness, the screen you can think of as a movie screen where all of these characters that I just mentioned are playing their parts. But when you stop the movie screen and when the movie is complete, all you have is consciousness. The consciousness is the movie screen on top of which all the life is played, all drama is played, the entire game of life is played. And you are the infinite. I am imagining yourself to be you. And when you understand this truth, I want you to understand something magical. You can imagine yourself to be the infinite. You can imagine yourself being the infinite, not just limited by you or your imagination. And when you imagine yourself being the infinite, you instantly make manifest divinity in yourself right now. It was already there, it was ever there. God is never not with you, God is always with you. But when you imagine it, you manifest that energy, you recreate yourself into the next grandest version of the greatest vision you ever held about who you are. Okay? So you can be, do, and have whatever you can imagine. This is your divine heritage. This is your divine birthright. Okay? And this also leads into something even more magical. In fact, if you see with your eyes, hear with your ear, okay, let's understand what is actually happening. Your human body is made of three parts. The mind, the soul that creates the mind and your body, and your divine self, which is the I am, create through which all of these three aspects of your being are emanating from. Okay, you can think of as three separate energies. Your soul, your mind, and your body are aspects of the divine self of I am. Okay, you can think as properties or aspects or energies created by the I am. And these three are your three equal and powerful parts. Okay, the soul desires, the mind conceives, the body feels. These are the three levels of creation. Okay, when you imagine, your soul is tapping into the infinite or the imagination of the infinite creator or the infinite imaginator, if you want to call it. God is the infinite imaginator. Okay, God is imagining infinite beings in itself. God is imagining infinite beings imagining themselves in itself, right? In the beginning of time, before time, there was no other material other than God, God's energy, if you want to call it. All there was pure intelligence. Okay? There's nothing else. This intelligence chose to create the entire cosmos so it can experience itself in its utter magnificence. It chose to experience its knowingness. It had all the conceptions, it had all the knowledge, but it wanted to experience that knowledge. The only way to experience that knowledge is to subdivide itself into different frequencies or vibrations. So each frequency can look at other frequency and comprehend and feel it, can understand it, can experience it. Okay, that is why in your entire life, when the life is over, all you can take is the memories. Your memories are your feelings of things or events that you experienced in your life. And that is the only thing that your divine self is after. Okay? It wants you to experience yourself as the creator. And that is the reason it created you. You are the creator. There is no difference between I am creating and you are creating. Okay? So your imagination is your superpower because God is your imagination. And you're tapping into God, you're tapping into your infinite creation. There is no separation. When I say God, you can easily replace it as you. Your divine self is imagining. And when you are divine self imagining something, it's already created. The creation of the entire cosmos is already done. The universe, if you can think of this, the universe is like a computer game on a CD-ROM, or on a disk or a zip drive, however you download it, maybe from the internet, doesn't matter. It is self-contained in that file that you download from a game player. You can play it on any device, okay? And the moves, let's say you move one chess piece or the other. The computer knows what are the moves, that all the possibility moves that you can make, and then it plays the opposite move, or what it believes is the way it should react, as a reflection of your moves. But all the moves that you can possibly make are already on that disk or that file or in the universe, if you want to call it that. If you think computer games are so great, they already know all the moves of your chess. Just imagine the technology of the universe, the technology of the infinite creator, the technology of your consciousness. Many people do not view what their consciousness as a technology, but it is the infinite technology because it creates the infinite possibilities. It is the infinite energy that's creating infinite beings within itself and experiences of all of it, and is self manifesting itself in physical reality in infinite forms now, both sentient and non-sentient. The only a sentient is somebody who can feel, who has awareness. Your dog has a soul, your pets have a soul, but they may or may not be sentient, as far as I know. Okay? They are definitely beings from the infinite, created, but you have one thing more than your pets or dogs or animals or plants or anything. It is the awareness to be aware of yourself. So you are yourself, aware of yourself, being yourself. Same as I am myself, being myself, aware of myself. I am is the ultimate awareness. Awareness is the door through which you can access the infinite. And when you say awareness, all it is an imagination. In fact, awareness can be imagined and created in your reality. Like I told you, your imagination is your superpower. Imagination creates awareness, and awareness creates imagination, and they feed on itself and keep going higher and higher and higher. Your imagination is the way your mind interprets the energy that is coming into your sensors. This is the greatest secret that I want to share with the entire world. You're imagining your world, every single bit, right? So let me give you a picture, okay, and visualize it with me. When you are seeing with your eyes, what is actually happening? Let's deconstruct that. Okay, let's say you're sitting on a beach, and you're seeing the beautiful water. There's a nice breeze flowing, and you're feeling the breeze. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day, and you're sitting on a beach. You're seeing people playing. Your kids are playing in the water, in the sand. You're enjoying peaceful, quiet time. You're listening with your ears, the humming of the ocean and the waves, and the nice, beautiful water is there, and your eyes are receiving. So the sunlight from the sun is hitting the particles on the sand or the water or your kids or your body and sending a reflection of that into your eyes. And your brain is nothing but a data processor. That is not the source of your intelligence. Your brain is a transformer. It transforms these energy signals into your mind. And your mind is an energy. Your mind is interpreting these signals. So the brain is transforming the signals of the light hitting your eyes, retina, and converting that into energy impulses, or you can call it, neural impulses, whatever the name, it does not matter. That electric or neural impulses are interpreted by your mind, which is in every cell of your body. Your mind is the energy which is in every cell of your body. In fact, the entire cosmos is made of the infinite intelligence in particle form. You can even call it the intelligence itself. Every particle, not just one, every, even the rocks, the planets, the things that you think are inert are made by this infinite intelligence, and they have infinite intelligence in them, are them. Okay? The infinite is the only thing there is. So when you think about a rock, the rock is made manifest by the different particles moving through at infinite speeds to create that shape of a rock. But what's creating it? It is the infinite. The infinite is creating the planet where you're sitting on the beach. It's creating the billions and billions and trillions and gallons of water on it. And when you comprehend all of these, your mind understands suddenly everything you're seeing is your interpreting. Everything you're seeing is a perception. Everything you're seeing is an imagination. You're imagining your kids playing there. You're imagining the water there. You're imagining the your spouse there or your wife there. You're imagining the water and the people playing around there in the water. You're imagining the sun. You're imagining your entire life you have been imagining. This is called your perception. How you perceive something creates your reality. And this is the beginning of everything. You are the creator and you are creating everything with your imagination or your perception. And this can change instantaneously. This can change instantly your entire life. And here's the secret. You are not only interpreting energy, you can create it. You're imagining your entire life. You can reimagine yourself. Let's say you have three things that you don't desire in your life. Let's say you are stuck at a particular income level and you like to imagine it to go to, let's say you're making $20,000 and you choose to make $50,000. Okay? So is it wrong or right to make 20,000 or to make 50,000? There's no wrong or right in the universe. There's only a thought that says this serves you or this doesn't serve you. So if you believe you're worth only 20,000, every belief is a limitation. So you are setting it's a box you created. Okay. Your belief is an imagination appearing as a thought with an emotional feeling that this is what you believe is true for you. In fact, every belief is a truth. You're creating your truth. This is the ultimate reality. You are creating the truth that you like to experience. So if you experience yourself as making $20,000, you're creating a $20,000 worth of truth. And now you have a desire to make $50,000 as an example. Okay, or whatever. You want to buy a Cybertruck. It doesn't matter. Okay, you want to buy a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Cybertruck or a Tesla. It does not matter. Whatever is your desire, whatever you want to have a baby, whatever is your desire, you want to experience a new truth. So you have to let go of your old truth or belief. Belief and truth are synonymous. What you believe is true for you, so shall it be done unto you. So if you believe that you're worth only $20,000 and you cannot change that belief, your income level will not change. I can guarantee it. This is the law of the universe. Whatsoever you shall believe, that is what you made manifest in your reality. And belief is another name for self-conception. A belief is another name for self-worth or self-value. Belief is another name for your subconscious state of being or your subconscious, what it believes is true for you. Okay? Every belief that you hold is an energy in your subconscious mind, and it can be changed by conscious mind telling your subconscious mind that there is a new truth, the higher truth. Now I believe I am worth $50,000. And you can imagine it. If you are making 20 and you're making 50, you can imagine how that becomes $50,000. What would be able to do? You can imagine yourself taking your family to 4 vacations in a year instead of one. You can imagine going into 4 different corners of the world, experiencing those beautiful locations, people, culture, cities, and so on. You can imagine how your kids will love different parts of the world, not from a book or a video, but actually being there, experiencing it. Let's say you want to go to Rome or Venice or Europe or wherever or Switzerland, doesn't matter. You can walk through it. You can imagine sitting in a boat in Switzerland, experiencing the beautiful mountains, or in a gondola in a Venice, enjoying the beautiful city from the water. You can imagine it right now. And when you emotionally attach it with the manifestation energy saying, I am it, I am this imagination, I believe this is possible. Not only believe, I can create it. I am it. When you internalize your imagination, it becomes a part of your subconscious. And your subconscious is your faithful servant. It will make manifest in your reality. And suddenly, when you have that feeling that you're already experiencing Venice, you're already experiencing Italy, you're already experiencing Switzerland, as an example, your subconscious and your superconscious or your divine self or the infinite conscious manifest those experiences in your life in a month or two or in a few weeks, depends on the level of intensity of your imagination and your belief and your feeling. You'll get a bonus. You'll make some money in stock market. You sell your property or investment for 20 or $50,000, and then, or you may get a higher offer, better job, with $50,000 income, or your business will increase. You increase number of clients, However that manifests, how is not your focus. Focus on what? How how you want to experience your reality. That is your only concern. You focus on what you would be like to be, what being state or you want to achieve, what you're going to do in that being state, and what you're going to have. Okay? When you experience yourself having $50,000, so you can experience traveling, that is made manifest in your reality. So the divine self has created what you imagine. It's that simple. Whatever you choose, imagine that as completed fact. Visualize yourself as your wish is already fulfilled because the creation is done. The infinite creator has already created everything that you need, choose, imagine already. It is absolutely that simple. There is nothing else that you need to know. You not only interpret energy, you create it. Your being is the infinite creator. You have absolutely nothing to worry about how that made manifest. That is the duty of the God. When you say, I am manifesting this reality, you're commanding the universe to create this reality. Always remember, I am is the command to the universe. When you say, I am infinite, I am imagination, I am creation, I am creating this reality. The universe has nothing but to create. It will create it as fast as you can believe it is possible for you. And masters, as they approach true mastery, which you can be at any time, or your awareness, it's all different terminologies for the same thing. As you become aware of who you really are and become a master, the time it takes to manifest will shorten. The time it takes to manifest will reduce. So you not only interpret energy, you create. And the more people that believe in your vision or imagination, the faster it will become. So let's say you and your spouse, you and your wife can imagine getting $50,000 and traveling to 4 vacations a year. And now you share that with your kids and ask your kids to imagine it. Your kids will instantaneously tell you, Papa, that's gonna be great. Let's imagine how we're gonna have fun in Italy, or we're gonna enjoy the Switzerland, Swiss Alps, or you're gonna go to wherever vacation you choose. You can imagine it. Give people an opportunity to share your imagination. The more people imagine it, it is group consciousness. You are moving from your individual consciousness, imagination, to group consciousness. The more people that imagine that reality, the faster it will be made manifest in our reality. And this can apply to something similar, small things like making $50,000 or increasing your income or business or whatever, and going to different parts of the world, or we can all create world peace. We can end all wars. We can end all suffering. We can end all hunger, thirst. We can end all diseases. We can end everything with our imagination and co-creation with other humanity. If 1% of humanity raises their awareness to who they truly are, we can transform this planet into what it could be, into a heaven with 8 billion infinite wisdom or infinite creation beings, sentient beings created by the one infinite creator, experiencing themselves as divine. There is no lack, there is no limitation, there is no struggle, there is no more suffering on this planet. That is the true reason for my existence, is to bring awareness of your divine self to you, and I am it. I am the infinite, and you are the infinite. and I recognize the divine in you. I choose to awaken myself so you can awaken yourself. We can create a world that is made manifest divine heaven on earth for every human, for all life, for all beings, for all animals, for the entire planet. We can end climate change with our consciousness and our imagination. We can end all suffering for animals instantly with our imagination. We can end the suffering of all humanity with our imagination. Your imagination is your superpower. It is your gift from God to you because you are the God. There is no separation. When you imagine it and when you feel it is the secret. You create that vision into reality. You create that faster when you feel. Your soul is after the feeling. And when you imagine holding a baby, when you, let's say you're a newly married couple and you want to have a baby, you're imagining holding a baby. You touch and feel other babies in your family or friend circle and feel it. You're going to make manifest that in your reality within a year or so. You are the infinite. When you feel what you choose to experience and you're in your imagination, it will be made manifest in your reality. You can manifest anything you desire this way. If you can manifest a baby, you can manifest anything that you choose, whether it's money, health, wealth, happiness, and suffering by imagining yourself to being it. Okay? Don't limit yourself. Live outside the box of self-limiting beliefs. You are the infinite creator and you have infinite possibilities. Every creation is a belief. If you believe you can create the infinite in your reality now, you can. If you can create billions of dollars in your reality, you can. There's no separation. Your imagination is God's imagination. There's no separation. When you're imagining, God is imagining. And if you think you are worthy, God is worthy. If you believe you can experience that, God will experience that. And here's the greatest secret. All your life, you have been thinking that God created you, but you're creating God with your imagination. And your will for you is God's will for you. When you're imagining, God is imagining. If you're imagining limitations, God is imagining limitations. If you're imagining unlimited being, God is imagining unlimited. Whatever you are, God is. You are the God. There's no separation. There's no difference. When you imagine something, God is imagining that. And when you believe it is going to happen, it is true for you, God is imagining it will may manifest in your reality. Even if you are, just a student listening to this, or a homemaker, or a professional, and you have a desire to change the world, imagine it, believe it, feel it, experience it, achieve it. It is that simple. I am creating this to transform the world into what it could be. I am imagining a world where there is no hunger. I am imagining a world where there is no thirst. I am imagining a world where there is no suffering. There is no homelessness. There is nothing but peace, joy, and love. There is no wars. There is no more struggle. There is enough. We are enough. I am is enough. The infinite created infinite realities. There is no limitation. There is no lack. Get out of their beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, and be who you really are. And when you are imagining, God is imagining. There is no difference. There is absolutely no difference. You and God are one. Everything you can believe, and imagine you achieve. You are unlimited being, and your imagination is your true power. Try it. You will experience it. The faster you can manifest your imagination, the faster you'll accelerate your awareness and growth. The more you think you are, the more you are. The more you imagine you are, the more you are, and you can go to the infinite. And if you can imagine yourself as the infinite intelligence, you will operate as infinite intelligence in your physical body. And that is the purpose of all life. All your life, you have been thinking that God created you. But the ultimate secret is you are creating God with your imagination. God is creating you, and you are creating God. It is the same because you and God are one. This is the ultimate secret. You are the gods creating God's self, which is yourself. So, thank you. If you love this, please like and subscribe and share it with the entire world. My only goal is to raise the awareness of every sentient being on this planet and all planets and everything in the cosmos, and to bring about awareness of their divine self to themselves, and to make manifest a new reality on earth by ending suffering for millions and billions of people. Thank you. I am, and you are that. I am, and I am that you are. We are all one. I am.